Good morning, everybody. It's Serafina, and I'm here with your daily tarot and astro insight. So, today, the planet of communication, of commerce, and of cognitive abilities, known as Mercury, is moving into the sign of Pisces. And that means that now we have 4 planets in the sign of Pisces. We have Neptune, Jupiter, the Sun, and Mercury. It's important to note that Neptune and Jupiter are only 2 degrees away right now, and they are going to be coming into a conjunction on April 12th. Neptune is known as the planet that has to do with a lot of like dreaminess. It is related to kind of like being in states of, transient states. On the negative side, it can mean like being in places of illusion, of not seeing things clearly. But on the good side, that's really good for like artistic endeavors or for spiritual work or for connecting with the other side, right? And then we have Jupiter that's coming, towards a conjunction with Neptune in Pisces. And Jupiter basically expands anything it touches, right? So that's just why he's known to bring positive and benevolent aspects to our lives. But, sometimes we don't want certain things to expand or to grow. So I always suggest looking up where Pisces is in your chart, because that means that these themes are going to be prevalent for you as dreamy Neptune meets up with expansive Jupiter. And to add to that mix, Mercury is now there. Mercury is all about communication, and it's in Pisces, and it's there with the 2 rulers of Pisces. So we're going to be receiving a lot of messages through dreams, through omens, through our cards, through conversations. And it also means that our communication could be a little bit difficult right now. If you imagine Pisces being like a vast ocean, a vast, pool of water, and then like dipping Mercury, who's very accurate and very precise, into that water, it's kind of like diluting it. It's kind of like dispersing it. So it can have its positive sides, like receiving messages, or it can have its negative sides, like being lost in communication and translation. Okay, so let's pick some cards. I would like to call upon the spirit of the universe that loves us unconditionally. I would like to call upon the spirits of this land and of this ocean and of this island, and I thank them for holding the space and for their ancient wisdom. And I would like to call upon my team of light, archangels, ancestors, and higher self, and I thank them for their presence and guidance with this collective reading. Okay. Beloved spirit of the universe, what loving guidance is there for the collective today? We have the Page of Swords. What further guidance is there for the collective today? We have the Page of Pentacles. What further guidance is there for the collective today? We have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. What further guidance is there? Oh, and we have the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, and I'm going to choose one more card to complement. What further guidance is there for the collective today? Okay. We have the card Signs. Instincts are the message from the inner divine. Interesting. So this really speaks to what we were just talking about, Mercury going into Pisces. So I feel that a lot of us and our intuition is going to be heightened right now. We're going to be asked to really pay attention to the signs that are around us and to be checking in with our own intuition. But let's get into the tarot reading. So it's interesting to note that we're starting off with the Page of Swords, right? And we were just talking about Mercury, and it could also very much be related to signs. The Page of Swords is standing on this ground, which I always see as kind of like a shaky ground. And he has this in the background. There's lots of clouds, but most importantly, the Page of Swords is learning how to use his sword. He is not yet the knight or the king of swords, or the queen for that matter. And what this means to me is that lots of us are learning new abilities, we're developing our skills, we are learning how to craft and how to use our sword. And what does a sword represent? It represents our communication skills. It represents our boundaries. It represents any new skills that we are acquiring to be able to put into practice, right? A good example for this would be like learning forms of communication, like non-violent communication, right? Literally, we are learning how to use tools in order to express ourselves in a better way. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is somebody who is nurturing one specific pentacle that eventually will lead to various pentacles. This is, as you can see, we have flowers that are sprouting here. It's more like the spring, but it's not completely summer yet. Let's put it that way. So, these pages say that there's something that's very new that is being developed, that is being nurtured. There's a seedling that is being protected in our life, and it could be related to work. It could be related to a new financial investment. It could be a new approach towards something new, like a new regimen regarding our eating, regarding our exercise, regarding anything that's on the material realm. And I feel that we're acquiring new skills for this. We have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and this usually means that we are not relying on the community that we have around us to get things done. If you can see, we have three people who are working on a chapel, and they are like envisioning and constructing it together. This is a card of community. This is a card of cooperation. So when it's coming in the reverse, it's telling me that maybe we're trying to do things too much on ourselves instead of asking for help. Right? We don't need to micromanage everything in our life, especially if it's something new, right? Something new that we're working on and that we're still acquiring skills for. Perhaps it would be beneficial for some of us to be able to seek for help outside and within our communities. And this way, there's going to be an equal exchange, right? There's an equal exchange. The Six of Pentacles is all about the balance and the equilibrium within our material realm, but with what we are able to give out, right? So this is why we see somebody giving some change to someone. Something I heard about recently is that we can observe that this merchant is only giving money to one of the people. So a call to reflection with the Six of Pentacles is, are we maybe putting more energy or more investment into certain areas of our life and neglecting other areas of our life? And this is all clarified by signs. Instincts are the message from the inner divine. And I feel that it's very related to this card. I feel that lots of us are fine-tuning our instincts, are fine-tuning our intuition, and not letting our rational mind or perhaps even exterior influences of the greater community to affect our intuition, to affect what we are developing right now. Okay, so I'm going to pick a card. Today I'm feeling compelled to grab the one of Kuan Yin. Okay, beloved Kuan Yin, mother of unconditional love, of compassion, and forgiveness. What further guidance is there? Okay, we already have one. It is called Dance of the Butterfly Queen, and it is number 5. Okay, let's see what this has to say. A pure heart and sincere love attracts divine grace. With the grace of Kuan Yin, Butterfly Queen, that which was impossible becomes possible. From caterpillar to winged creature of delight, you cannot restrain what divine grace ordains, no matter how incredible it may seem to be. Whatever has been troubling you or whatever has been inspiring you, allow grace to infuse a situation or dream so that it may unfold with divine perfection. Allow the Butterfly Queen to dance. She will bring healing and grace to your life situation now, beloved one, with lightness of step and grace in her heart. So Kuan Yin encourages you to be ready to receive her grace and choose to let go of striving and instead turn to your heart, calling out to unconditional divine love and beloved Kuan Yin to dance her grace into your life. Let's see what else it says. So basically, let go of deep feelings of unworthiness that require that you must continue to struggle with limited resources on your own. Surrender false notions that allowing others to assist you is dependency, whether these others are in human form or spiritual form on the inner planes. It is interdependence to allow yourself to be assisted and to assist others. You are not heading over your power. You're not handing over your power. You are allowing empowered divine relationship to make your power grow so that you can rise and be blessed. The butterfly queen urges you now to let go of heaviness of the situation and allow your heart to become light as air, as though her butterfly dance was tickling your heart so lightly now. Her grace is reaching you now. So it's interesting because, I started off talking about the fact that Mercury is entering Pisces, and Mercury is all about air, right? It's the it rules air and being able to make these cognitive abilities, right? And so we have the Page of Swords, which is already talking about us learning new skills and new ways of communication, which also is very mercurial. And then we have the butterfly, and she's asking us to be lighthearted. And the message is also there of not having to do everything on our own and like lifting up the burden or the weight of things. And I feel that, the guidance for today is to be able to find some balance between ourselves and others, how we are interdependent on other people and not codependent. I know there's so many messages out there that place so much importance on independence and not needing other people. And while I think that these are valuable and true to some degree, I think that we're forgetting that part of the human experience here, a great part of it, is learning how to communicate our needs, learning how to be present for other people, learning, because that's just what makes the human experience so important, is us being able to communicate and live as a collective organism, right? So going back to the cards, we're learning new skills, communication, boundaries, and it's probably related to some new project, some new endeavor that we're trying to do on our own. We're trying to do it independently. However, the call is that we can rely more on other people and be more interdependent. And that way find an equal give and exchange of how we are managing our lives, how we are managing the things that are important to us, and maybe paying attention if we're giving too much attention to a certain part of our life and neglecting another one, right? Because the signs are there. How can we approach this? We can listen to our intuition, right? We can listen to our intuition because Mercury is entering Pisces right now, so our intuition is going to be heightened. And the dance of the butterfly asks us to have a certain level of levity, of not being so hard on things, not being so hard on others and ourselves, and being able to receive this divine assistance, whether it be from our loved ones or from, the entities out there that we choose to communicate with, whether it be in nature or our ancestors or other things. Okay, everybody, I hope that this was useful to you, and I will be back here tomorrow. Bye.